Greetings and citations, fellow Transformers addicts. I am the Transformers Addict 1024, coming to you live with my brand new podcast series, Transformers Thought Corner. With me today, I have two very special guests, Lockbot CRM and MikeyTron 300. Please introduce yourselves if you like.
Sup, peoples? Mikey.
Hey everybody, I'm Lockbot CRM. You should probably know who I am, but if you don't, that's okay. I love you anyway.
To start off this whole series, I just decided that since I've been a part of Transformers Insane Asylum with TFM Page 101 for a couple episodes now, I had the idea of doing something more with my channel and expand myself a bit more. Recently, I just did a comic haul video. Been needing to upload that actually. It's still on iMovie editing. I'm going to be doing gameplay videos as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm really just expanding this channel rather than making another multiple channel for gameplay videos and so on. So, in regards to this first episode, we are going to be talking about the Transformers-related events that have been happening for the past, I want to say, maybe 1 or 2 weeks now. And to start off with that, I'd like to start off with the new Transformers game that has been revealed at E3, Transformers Devastation. Now, from what I know, the knowledge of this is that the makers of Bayonetta and I think it was a Gears of War game. Is that right?
I have no idea.
No. Well, anyway, the guys who made Bayonetta, aka Platinum Games, will be taking their own personal iteration of Transformers into something that pretty much blindsided all of us, and that is going to be a very G1-inspired-esque game, where you get to play as only 5 Autobots, but there is DLC confirmed. So if you want a story expansion, maybe that might happen, maybe another few characters may get added, who knows. My personal thoughts on this game so far is that it looks absolutely spectacularly epic, that you just have a Transformers-based fighting game with like all this action, these ridiculous attacks with like Optimus Prime transforming and then slapping Decepticons with his trailer, just a whole lot of other stuff, which is just, I think it's going to be a good game. From what we know, it's going to be released on August 6th, later this fall. What are your thoughts on the game, guys?
Go ahead,
like
Mikey.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I like it. Probably gonna get it holiday season, probably. It's cheaper.
Yeah, I'm really big. I mean, I don't play a lot of video games like consistently, but I do play a good amount. I really liked Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron. I didn't play the Rise of the Darkspark game because I heard it was pretty bad, but I think it's nice that we have a new developer coming in with their own take on it, and it's not the same formula. It's a fighting game. It's G1 inspired, and the art style is incredible. I mean, it looks like a mixture of the G1 cartoon and the comics. I think that it'll be really interesting for it to be a fighting game instead of a shooter or a PO. What is it called? First person shooter? Is that what it's called? I guess.
Third person shooter was what you were
Third
going
person. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, third person shooter. So I'm a little bummed out about the character choices. That there's only 5 Autobots, and the fact that they're gonna stiff you with a DLC right out of the gate. You know, hey, here's the game. You just paid $60 for it. So. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of don't like that, but hopefully the DLC comes with more than more playable characters. Hopefully it comes with a story expansion, like you said, and I would love to have a Decepticon version and play as the Decepticons instead of just being stuck with Autobots. I think that would be a cool thing for a DLC.
And I can definitely see that happening with like you playing as Megatron or Soundwave or Starscream. Like, I can definitely see that happening. My only issue with this is they're probably going to want you to pay $20 for this DLC. Or if we're lucky, maybe 10.
No, usually DLCs run above the $10 mark. somewhere in the realm. Usually, I think you pay about $15 per DLC. I would say. I mean, the Fall of Cybertron DLCs, if I remember correctly, were around that $15-20, maybe 25, depending on, because they were character and map packs. So I could see a story expansion being pretty expensive. You know, if they can make money off of it, they're going to. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Would you also agree that the attacks for some of this look absolutely ridiculous?
You mean like the combat moves?
Like, just the straight up vehicle attacks, like Optimus Prime transforms to truck mode, slapping people with this trailer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
His little Volkswagen Beetle mode, and just like pretty much sucker punches him in the Decepticon in the gut.
Yeah. Well, in a world where Mortal Kombat X exists and people are getting their spines ripped out and, you know, all that stuff is happening, I really think that they did it right with making it a unique fighting experience, but also keeping it, you know, true to what the Transformers are. It'd be different if they were like gutting each other, or they're using their alt modes, and that was one of the biggest strengths of Fall of Cybertron, I think, was that you had to use the alt mode. It wasn't just walking around. You had to see what it was like to be a Transformer, and so I could see that being an inspiration.
Don't get me wrong, I understand that, and I think it's a good touch, because it gives you that Transformers-like experience, like on how, you know, how they engage each other in combat. Like, they don't just use one mode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, now, in regards to Transformers Devastation, the only thing I have to say is that it sucks that this is not going to be available for Nintendo 3DS or Wii U or anything. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. For now, at least, they may release a neutered version.
Yeah. But to those of you who are interested, I would definitely recommend you guys picking up this game whenever it comes out. It comes out October 6th for PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC. And again, this is going to be made by the people who made Bayonetta Platinum Games. So, moving on to the next little bit of news, Transformers... gotta go up to the title again. It's not showing at all. We talked about Devastation. Let's talk about the new upcoming stuff from BotCon, the Combiner Wars stuff.
Oh boy.
Now, this is where the stuff gets juicy. My personal opinion for all of this is that it looks absolutely spectacular. I love Skylinks. I love what they're doing with the off-road mold, using it as Ironhide and Trailbreaker, using the breakdown mold for Sunstreaker and Wheeljack, using the drag strip mold as Mirage, the dead end mold as Prowl and Smokescreen, and the Swindle mold for Hound, as well as the Battle Core Optimus Prime. And Bruticus looks really, really good. Not the computer-based images, but the actual figure itself within the case at the bottom looks absolutely spectacular. And now I don't have to gripe about the cannons, because they are very much the same height that they normally would be. My only minor gripe I have about this is that, and I'm not really a G1er here, I'm really not too gripey about this kind of thing, but just because it's been that way for a while, I really would have preferred Blast Off to be a space shuttle. Just because it gives it that feel, and not to mention he was like that in FOC, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who wants that, because, it's just weird seeing Blast Off actually be a fighter jet rather than a space shuttle. It's a different approach. It's a good approach, but it's also just a little weird to see. It's a little different. Yeah.
I actually have a good amount of thoughts on that, but Mikey, is there anything you want to throw in there before I rant? Not really rant, but,
Yeah, you can go.
All right. Well, I've already done a video on this, and I've told countless people my theory on it. But I've said time and time again, because of the G1 purists that get all bent out of shape because, number one, there are two reasons that G1ers get out of shape because of Combiner Wars, and that's Alpha Bravo and Off-Road. And now we see why Alpha Bravo and Off-Road happened, because their molds were created for other characters. Obviously, Alpha Bravo was always meant to be Vortex, and it just so happened that they could stitch blades in there too, and Alpha Bravo was a byproduct of that. Also, Off-Road was pretty much meant to be Ironhide, I think, and he was supposed to be repurposed into First Aid, and so we got a byproduct of that, and then Off-Road was born. But I like the fact that they're changing it up and they're giving us new characters, and even though Rook is a cool character, and I think Rook was a better decision for the Protectobots because the motorcycle would not have been in scale, and they still included Groove in his own way, which is nice, But I've always said that for the G1 purist out there that get all bent out of shape because Combiner Wars is flipping the script and breaking up and changing teams, this isn't G1. This is a new series, and I like the fact that they have the liberty to change around, and give us a little bit of variety, because I don't know, variety's good. And don't get me wrong, I am a big fan of G1, but I also think that change is good, and what am I trying to say? Is it doesn't have to be exactly like G1, and I even thought when I saw Bruticus, because Bruticus is my favorite combiner, I even thought for a second, I was like, oh man, Blastoff is not a spaceship. And I was like, that sucks. But then I got to thinking, I really like the Firefly mold. As a matter of fact, I'm playing with it right now. You probably hear me. I'm flipping through all my Combiner Wars figures, just playing with them while I'm talking. But it makes more sense, practically, to have a fighter jet in a really like a battle-hardened Decepticon battalion. It makes more sense to have a fighter jet amongst them than a space shuttle, because the space shuttle, yeah, is fast, but it doesn't really come into any.
It doesn't pack any weaponry. Is pretty much the situation.
Yeah.
It's just a transport. So pretty much you're having Blastoff become the Astro Train of the group. And now that you mention all this, yeah, okay, now I'm starting to actually accept the fact that it would be a wiser idea to have Blastoff become a fighter jet. And it's a wise approach as well, because with a fighter jet, you have all these type of weapons. You have missiles, you have machine guns, you got freaking bombs. I mean, what else is there? I mean, a space shuttle, Autobot decides to shoot at that, he's going to go down pretty hard.
Yeah. And the you said about Fall of Cybertron, he was a space shuttle type deal, but I could see where they made him kind of just like a jet, kind of. I don't know. To me, I totally accept it that he's a fighter jet, and that mold works really well for Blastoff. Originally, I thought they were going to do the Alpha Bravo mold and just chop his blades off, so he would just be like a space shuttle looking type deal. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, then you have two Alpha Bravos as the arms. So I'm kind of glad they changed it up and made it a little bit more different. So, I mean, I have no complaints about how Bruticus looks. In terms of, I'll wrap this up quick because I know I've been talking for a little bit. In terms of the Autobot combiners, I love every single one of them. But I will have a hard time, even though I'd love to have an Autobot combiner, I was saying before the show, I will have a hard time buying them now, the more I think about it, because they are the same as the Stunticons, and I have the Stunticons, so it would just be buying a second set of Stunticons when I could be, getting some different figures like the Protectobots or even Bruticus. So I like them. I think they're good. I think they're very, very well done. It's just, you got to make decisions when it comes down to it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Mikeytron, any thoughts on Combiner Wars on your side? You haven't really been saying that much.
No, I am way behind on the figures. Super behind.
Did you see Skylinks?
The Predacon?
No,
the blue and white.
those Skylinks that they're coming out with for 2016?
No, I didn't really see the Toy Fair. Yeah, I didn't really get to see the Toy Fair coverage yet.
Where did Skylinks come from? I mean, I'm glad he's happening, but don't get me wrong. I have no idea where he came from.
Yeah, that was like that also blindsided us. That's like I would have thought Scattershot would have been the reveal for the
Yeah.
Technobots because we have confirmation that the Technobots are indeed coming.
Yeah,
About a couple months
I would
ago,
love that.
there was a West listing leaked online regarding Scattershot, which is really interesting to me. And now that we know we're getting Technobots, I really want to see the outcome of these guys. I really want to see what they look like. Now, granted, I could already see Lightspeed being like a dead end repaint or something, or maybe even a new mold altogether. But I mean, it would really just be interesting to get a glance at these guys.
Yeah. I really don't know who the Technobots would be. I called it with Bruticus. I called that Brawl would be a new mold, and I called that Swindle would be a Rook repaint. So I would like to think if I was, I'm looking at Wave 1 and Wave 2 right now, just sitting here on my shelf, I would say Scattershot would probably be a Silverbolt redo. They would probably remold him. Maybe a Cyclonus repaint. I don't know. Or maybe they make a new one. Maybe, I don't know. But I have a strong feeling that Scattershot will be a Silverbolt remold. I'm going to have to, even though the Technobots are like one of my favorite, Bruticus is my favorite combiner, but the Technobots are my second favorite. Let me find my little manual. I have like a manual of all the G1 toys. I don't know. Let's see. I know there's what you said, Lightspeed's the car, right?
Yeah, Lightspeed, I'm either thinking he's probably going to be a dead end repaint or.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's going to be a dead end repaint.
I would say he'd be more dead end. Dead end looks a little bit more alien. And then there's.
Strafe, I want to say Firefly, maybe.
I don't know. For Strafe, I could see them doing the Air Raid mold again.
Yeah, that could work too.
I could see them doing Air Raid because he hasn't gotten a lot. Air Raid and Skydive haven't gotten a lot of love. This makes the third use of the Firefly mold, and no other. We've only had one use of Air Raid and Skydive. So I would see that. Afterburner, who's the motorcycle.
Oh, wait a second. My theory right here. I can already see this. The Takara Groove mold.
Yeah. Or they throw a new character at us and give us Legends Groove redone as Afterburner, which I could totally see happening too.
I'm still kind of hoping we really get a new Combaticon.
Yeah, that was something I was curious about, is if we would get a new Combaticon. I kind of like that we aren't, because there's really no reason to have a new one. I was kind of worried that they'd replace Brawl with somebody, because he's a tank. But
I was thinking Blast Off, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Brawl and Blast Off are my two on the radar. But yeah, we're not. We're getting the whole unit, and I really like the fact that I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of room for change in Bruticus because, number one, he's so diverse. With the Stunticons and the aerial bots, you're looking at all jets and all cars. I mean, throwing in a helicopter and a truck is kind of nice, I think. So, but yeah, there wasn't a lot of room for change.
Interesting that they managed to actually have two whole teams with all the members. Actually, no, not even two anymore. Actually, three. Because we have Defensor with all his members. We have Superion and Menasor with all their members. Now we have 4 complete teams. Now with Bruticus, that we have Blast Off, Brawl, Swindle, Onslaught, and
yeah,
Vortex.
Yeah, which is good because options are always the best, and that's the beauty of these Combiner Wars figures is I can sit here and put the aerial bots and the Stunticons together and just make this awesome Scramble City type deal. I love how easy they are to interchange, and the fact that we have options now of who to put where just sweetens the deal. It increases play value, and unfortunately it increases overall cost, but you don't have to get. That's the beauty of not selling these in sets. They're selling them individually. So if, people didn't want Alpha Bravo and people didn't want Off Road, they could just skip out on those instead of buying a box of them, and they get everybody. So
Right.
but yeah, I think Skylynx is cool. I didn't see him coming, and I like that I didn't see him coming. And in terms of the Technobots, I can only hope that they look really cool. Who's the other one? Nosecone? I could see Nosecone being a remold of the Brawl mold.
That thought, Lockbot. Someone just brought up a really interesting comment.
Oh.
This is Miles 7575 saying that he would like Hasbro to he feels like they should remake the whole Beast Wars line, like Rhinox and Rat Trap. Now, and this is also kind of a spoiler if you guys haven't read the new Windblade comic. Tigatron and Air Razor are in the comic, which is very interesting. And Miles, I'm definitely going to back you up on this. I can see Hasbro definitely doing the Beast Wars line again, because if we're already getting Combiners and if we're already getting Titans and Headmasters, Beast Wars is not going to be too far around the corner.
Yeah,
They are definitely going to be doing Beast Wars. I can already see it.
I agree, and they're already trickling out. If you remember, we have the Rat Trap Deluxe, we have the Rhinox Voyager, Waspinator Deluxe, we even have the Dinobot and the some other Beast Wars throwback figures that have come out over the years. And Classics was a big G1 inspired line, and I could see them moving towards Beast Wars because as the fandom grows up and as they move forward into the future, you're going to be getting the Beast Wars kids who are going to start collecting as young adults, or adults they're going to want Beast Wars type figures. So I wouldn't be surprised in the near future if right now we're in the prime area for the G1, the kids who grew up with G1. Right now, that's the big ticket. They're all adults looking to collect right now, but by the time our generation becomes an adult, I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing Beast Wars Masterpiece. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. And it's good that he brought up that point, because, again, I could definitely see them doing that since, like you said, they were already trickling out with Waspinator and Rhinox and Rat Trap. However, I definitely think we need a new Dinobot, and definitely a new chip. Because, in my complete opinion, the ones that they made for the Classics line did not capture the sheer essence and the look from the Beast Wars cartoon.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, and it's not that they didn't really want to do it. I mean, it was that line was pretty much on its own. In a way, they had G1 characters, they had mini-cons, they had all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, they did a bunch of stuff, and we've even with Tankor and certain little tidbits, we've gotten some Beast Machine stuff. So like I said, I totally think we're moving in that direction, and I'm not even a Beast Wars fan. I've tried to sit down and watch the whole series. I've gotten about halfway through. But I appreciate Beast Wars for what it is, even though I didn't watch it as a kid.
Again, it's a really different take on it. It's a different take on it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I appreciate about it. I watch Beast Machines. Beast Machines. I watched that. I heard that wasn't very well received, but I liked it. I like the characters. I like the story. I like the fact that Megatron is, instead of the tyrant, he's a rebel leader who's trying to get his name, up in lights and be like, oh, I'm the savior of our planet, when he's not a leader per se, as he's just more of the head of a group of kind of rebels. So, it sounds like I'm not doing Beast Wars Megatron justice. Beast Wars Megatron was amazing. I like the different background is what I'm saying. He was a leader. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you suck. No, he was good. So, yeah, I love Beast Wars.
Now, also in regards to Combiner Wars, I really do like the fact that they found a way to make Skylinks into it with an
Mm-hmm.
awesome brilliance.
And that jet mode. I mean, that jet mode looks good.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, I thought it was freezing up on me again.
Yeah, it got a little quiet on my end.
Yeah, I don't... My laptop might be overheating. Luckily for me, I got a neat little external fan to pull it off. So let me plug that in.
Yo, guys,
Let's say,
Hmm.
like, how the... Like,
Transformers
how
Stop
the
Motion
guy for the
Production
Twilight
said
Zone
that
says...
he will hang out later.
What?
Transformers Stop Motion Production said he will hang out later. He's with
Oh.
his family right now.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what he told me. And apparently I got 2 new subscribers, so thank you guys for subscribing. Really appreciate it. You'll definitely be seeing more of this series throughout the year, probably even throughout the next few years. Because this is something that I really always wanted to have done. Now that I learned how to use Google Hangouts, I can officially do it. And so far, this episode seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah.
Anyway, Skyrain. Now, I have a theory regarding Skylink. Given the fact that they have able to make his quadruped mode as well as equip the Lynx head for his combiner mode, I am definitely thinking that he's going to separate and combine into both his Lynx mode as well as his bird mode, and then combine again to form Skylynx.
That's an interesting point.
If you look at the picture, it looks like he can. Because there's a little bit of gapitude in the figure itself. It looks like it can separate. And it also might be smart on Hasbro's part because they're not only appealing to the new fans, they're appealing to the G1 fans. That's exactly how we got Wild Rider and Slingshot.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to look at the way he transforms and the way all this stuff folds up and where the head comes from. Let's see here. I don't know. The way the head positions itself, it looks like it wouldn't. Dude, I don't know. Because if I'm looking at it right, I think the front legs is what becomes. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm not. Okay, the front legs become the legs of Sky. What's the Combiner Wars figure name? The Skyrain. So the front legs become the the thighs. I can't get the word out. And the rear legs of Skylynx become the shoulders. And the way the head is positioned in Skyrain mode, it looks like the head would be coming out the butt of Skylynx in robot mode. So unless there's another head in there somewhere, I don't know if it separates or not.
Only time will tell until we know of the next Transformers figure, whatever it comes out.
I don't know. I really don't. I'd like it to separate, but I'm not sure if it will.
And the funny thing is, like I said, I'm not even that big of a G1 fan. I like the cartoon. I thought it was very interesting. It was very cool. I liked it. A lot of action.
Yeah.
A lot of explosions.
And
a lot of comedic relief and interesting characters. Hopefully they can, come back.
Yeah, and the cool thing about Skylynx is I get another character to mess around with ideas wise. Just because he's there. So I love getting characters like that.
I'm really hoping that Hasbro decides to take that idea and actually make Skylinks separate. But if not, I'm happy with having Skylinks in general because with the way a Generation 1 is priced on eBay and on Amazon, they want like $150 more.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, we got an echo. Is it gone?
No.
No. Okay.
But I'm looking at pictures of Brawl right now, and I could definitely see them turning him into nose cone.
Yeah, rather than have the cannon, they got the drill.
Yeah. Combaticons, why can't you be here sooner?
I know, right?
They look so good.
They really do. Did we cover everything else so far?
As far as I know, we didn't talk about... Here, I'm looking at Combiner Wars to make sure we didn't miss anything. We talked about the Masquerade guys. Oh, we didn't talk about... You know who we didn't talk about?
No, we didn't really get into in depth with those guys.
Hound, Smokescreen, and Trailbreaker.
Yeah, we didn't get in depth with them.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm game to talk about Combiner Wars all night long, because that's what I'm into right now.
Yeah. Boy, I just gotta say, with what they did with Hound, I thought that was pretty good. I still would have expected Swindle and Hound to be a Jeep rather than some sort of heavily armored-based vehicle.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
they
do
really
like
kind of have the look of the Jeep added to them. By the way, hi.
Hey, to those of you who have just been tuning in, this is a friend of mine, BC, aka Bionicles Combiners.
Cool. Hey.
What's up?
But yeah, looking at the images of Hound and Swindle side by side, there aren't any changes other than the head, but I think the colors do all the talking in that case. They just split those two. And now if you were to set them side by side, you would probably be able to see like, oh my gosh, yeah. But the color and the paintwork on both Hound and Swindle really set them apart from each other, and I really like it.
Yeah, it does look really good, and you know, it's also a different take on the character as well because we used to know him as a friendly little Jeep. Now we look at him in Age of Extinction, he's like this big hulking bruiser. And
Yeah.
now for Combiner Wars, he's still that big hulking bruiser, but with like the G1 look to him, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah. Trailbreaker's not a slouch either. I think the off-road mold works well as Trailbreaker. It probably works better as Trailbreaker than it does Ironhide, really, because of the way the backpack sits. You know, the scoop over top of his head.
Yeah.
If that was to fold down, it would totally look like an Ironhide, but it works as Ironhide, but I think it works better as Trailbreaker.
I could definitely see a hoist repaint in line for that.
Oh yeah, they could add in with that little thing on his. Do you have off-road, right?
Yeah, I have off-road.
Okay, with that little thing, I could see them totally putting a peg hole and having him have a hook as a weapon.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a tow truck.
Yeah, but at the same time, Hasbro tends to be lazy.
Yeah. But you know where they weren't lazy is Wheeljack.
No, Wheeljack.
Wheeljack was pretty good.
Spectacular.
I mean, wow. They completely remolded that chest flap, so it looks like he has the windshield. They have a whole new head. The feet themselves are different than Breakdown. The feet are remolded, so they look like the front of the car. I'm trying to look. It looks like the whole shin has been remolded. The whole shin part of the car. Obviously, oh my gosh, wow, yeah. Looking at Breakdown, I have Breakdown in my hand, and I'm looking at the picture of Wheeljack. They've basically redone everything on Wheeljack. The wheels look the same, but everything else is different.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the body line.
Really nice.
are different. I'm gonna have trouble staying away from that wheeljack.
Pictures if I could, unless someone has screen sharing for these.
I have screen sharing. Would you like me to display?
Would you please? Because I can't do that on mine. I don't have.
I can. I can. Let's see. I'm screen sharing. I'm presenting to everybody.
All right. So since we discussed about Skylinks first, let's show him off and then.
Okay. Sure. Let me find him. Thanks to TFW for these images, by the way.
Yeah, these are spectacular. And thanks to Hasbro too. I don't think they are the computer-based ones, are they?
These are CGI images, yeah. I think.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, these look CGI.
They are. They basically are deciding to do this instead so that they can avoid any mistransformations.
I like that idea.
I'm kind of used to it being like a obligatory product shot of the actual toy itself, but I don't mind the CG, but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, they look good. They look clean. So. But. Yeah, there's Skylinks, and
Guys?
here's Skyrain.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, I got this now.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got. Apparently, I do have screen sharing. So let me pull up the images because this whole thing is going into like a Inception sort of thing. So you
Yeah.
can turn yours off.
Okay, mine's off now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was weird. Let me try it one more time. Why not? Let's start screen.
Yeah, infinite hallway.
Maybe I should just do the. No. There you go.
Yeah, I turned mine off.
Okay, there's mine.
Yeah, it'll
so-
do that until you navigate away.
It does the whole like Inception thing.
Yeah, until you navigate away from it.
Okay, let me figure out how to do this.
So,
All GC viewers, I'm trying to actually get this thing to work. So,
There you go.
Are you guys seeing all this?
yeah, I see your dashboard on YouTube now.
Fantastic. Okay, so I can do screen sharing on this. I did not know that.
It's very handy.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's...
That's what she said.
Okay, so let me navigate from...
Wow.
Almost dropped on that, too.
Let me navigate from this to TFW 2005, and...
You want me to send you the link to where I'm at?
No, I can look it up pretty easily.
Okay.
I go on TFW 2005 all the time, so it's pretty easy to find everything. Okay, come on.
Yeah, looking at all these Combiner Wars figures, I think I need to win the lottery so I can have all of them.
Now, is it coming clear, or is it Inception still?
It looks pretty clear to me. But you know, when it gets compressed and used on YouTube, it'll be a little bit different. But I think I found it on the third page, maybe the second page. I'm not sure.
Actually, it was right there. Well, definitely, I'll pull up those pictures in a second. But also, just to keep everyone tuned in, I am going to definitely be talking about the Combiner Wars Devastator that was recently sighted in Australia, which kind of pisses me off. But
Yeah, well.
US release is on the way pretty soon.
Also, something you may want to do on your end while you're screen sharing is click on your name to lock the Hangout on your display. Because if you don't, it'll just bounce back and forth to whoever's talking.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
So yeah, click on you.
I got it.
Right, that white box means you are now locked.
Yeah, I got that. I actually started
Okay.
learning about that. So, but thank
Sorry,
you.
man. I didn't know if you knew.
Dude, I appreciate it anyway. So, let's get on with the new. Oh, also, I forgot about Skywarp. I forgot about Skywarp being confirmed.
Yeah, the
Let's
leaders.
talk about him for a second. Does anyone plan on buying the Leader Seekers?
Lord, no, I don't have the money to do that.
Don't want to cuss.
Because, I mean, they look really good. They look almost like the iGear Seekers that they made.
Yeah, I don't have enough money.
But, I mean, I just can't see myself spending money, like $40 on a Leader class of the same exact mold when I already got Jetfire. I mean, well, as I like to call him, Skyfire. But he looks really good. and so does Starscream, but I just can't see myself wasting the money. Shop, however,
You can guarantee I'm gonna be wasting the money because I loves me some Seekers.
now Chop, however, I am definitely getting this guy. It's nice to see the deluxe Seekers get their own official toys, and I'm hoping we get a Barrage and a Venom and what was the other one? Ransack.
Right.
Legend Shockwave. Oh. What is your thoughts on this?
Makes sense.
Lockbot, you still there? Did you leave?
No, they're still here. At least I think they're there. Hey, you guys, still there?
Yo,
Lockbot.
CRM.
Alright, well, apologies for the technical leave. I'm pretty sure he'll be back momentarily. Yeah, Shockwave, he looks really good, but it's going to be weird to have him tiny compared to the Combiner Wars Megatron.
Yeah, like that's super freaking tiny. But given the fact that he's supposed to be Bruticus's weapon, it makes perfect sense.
And I love how they absolutely took that from the cartoon. It looks really good. I like how this turned out. It reminds me of the Generation 1 toy so much. The head sculpt looks really nice too, and I like how they actually gave his eye the yellow paint that it deserves. Rodimus, on the other hand, I like him, but I'm probably not going to be using his giant back spoiler as a weapon. I'm probably just going to keep it locked in his back, because I don't see him able to take it off and use it as a weapon. Though that is a cool concept.
Yeah, that's one little kid fantasy I loved seeing come to fruition on that little Legends Rodimus. I always wanted him to be able to take that off and swing at somebody.
Yeah. Now, we talked about Skylinks, and again, it looks like there might be a possibility he may be able to separate. If you look at the toy, you can see there's gaps. Like gaps on his sides right there. And it looks like that section that's keeping it locked right there may be able to actually separate.
We will have to see once we finally see in-hand reviews of him.
Yeah. But he looks really good, and I love how he turned out.
My only real gripe about him is I kind of wish the neck extended a little further. Like, I don't know, just that's something that kind of struck me as odd with this.
To those of you who are still tuned in, TFN page 101, fellow partner and buddy of mine, who also allowed me to join TF Insane Asylum, is going to be joining us very soon. He's actually joining at the moment, so he'll be here shortly.
On my end, it says he's already here.
Does?
Yeah, but that's on my look here. Hold up.
Yeah, he's here. Oh, Inception!
And then he disappeared.
I don't know.
Guessing everybody's having technical issues.
Yeah. I'm getting kind of tired of that Inception thing. I really don't want that to continue.
That's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Rekgar is the only legend figure that made me go, what the fuck is this?
Sorry, I'm back.
I was wondering where he went.
I had to check something real quick.
Yeah, Rekgar was another one that was completely out of the park. So was Chop and...
Yeah, where did those guys come from?
I don't know. Now, this is going to be a very interesting combiner. Skyrain. He's very, very cool. He looks absolutely spectacular.
Yeah. See, I'm a little less literal with these kind of combiners. So if it's me, in my mind, the Prowl, Mirage, Sunstreaker, Ironhide would combine with the Wave 1 Optimus Prime. And then these guys would be backup. I don't know if they would be like tied to Skylinks in my mind, but that's just me. That's totally me.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you really start to think about it, that'd be one massive ass combiner team just for Prime on his own.
Yeah,
It feels as if Optimus is cheating in this combiner war.
yeah. So I see that White Optimus Prime as a different character. So if I was to buy the Masquerade bots, I would buy the Prime as a different character. So basically, everybody.
Masquerade guys, the weird.
So
They're not officially
See, the thing
the
is,
Masquerade guys because the original ones were Jazz, Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Mirage.
I feel like we would.
You don't have but you don't have Sideswipe and you don't have Windcharger. But you have Mirage. Yeah, you just pretty much have Mirage. You don't have the rest. You have Optimus, but
see, I'm glad I wrote, like, plugging United real quick. I'm glad I wrote the way I did. I banked on Ironhide, Prowl, Sunstreaker, and Mirage being combiner figures at some point. That's why they're in the series, is so they can become combiners later. But it's nice to have 4 more Autobots to throw into the mix. And, Hound and Wheeljack obviously have major functions on the Autobot team. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, Trailbreaker's pretty cool too. But Trailbreaker and Smokescreen are nice to have as backup, So...
they all do look interesting, though. Now, we did talk about Bruticus a bit, but I'd just like to go touch back on him, because the Combaticons look really cool, and they just look really good. I like what they did with Vortex's paint job. He looks really, really good. Very nice dark gray with a bit of purple and turquoise.
Yeah.
And, like, with the little highlights of yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Onslaught, I honestly thought they were going to find a way to remold the front of the truck, but they actually just tried to do the back, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Don't care for the sirens on his knees. I'll probably end up painting those the same color as the rest of his body.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, Brawl, a nice new mold, very accurate one. Really cool looking. I really like how this looks.
Yeah.
And then this is me pretty much just going to be gawking at Swindle because, my God. And this is me personally as my fan favorite Combaticon. Swindle has always been my favorite character. He was always that one smart ass who was trying to always make a deal with others in order to gain favor, pretty much, for himself.
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love his motto, make war, or make deals, not war. So I thought that was real good. And Blastoff, now that I look at him once again, he actually does look really cool.
Yeah. He is the slingshot mold.
I still wish he would have had a mouth. I still wish he would have had a mouth plate rather than just a mouth.
Yeah, and you can see here what I'm talking about. Definitely, when you look at Alpha Bravo, because the way he's painted, he looks really good, and it's the way his face is divided up and the way all that works. But the way the Vortex looks, that mold was meant to be Vortex.
Yes, definitely. The head sculpt, the vehicle mode itself, it looks really good.
It was meant to be a Vortex.
Now let's go on to the next thing, and that's going to be the new Legends class. We already talked about Shockwave, and Rodimus, but here's something that really threw me off. Buzzsaw.
You mean you guys don't know?
Looks very interesting. However, I don't see what the purpose of this guy is.
Other than to just be kind of cool.
I can automatically see that it's hinting. It's hinting like a Voyager or Leader class Soundwave figure coming along the way.
That's basically what it's doing.
But the alleged third mode It just looks...
The car.
It just looks weird. I'm glad we got pipes.
Yeah.
But why is his face red?
I thought Pipes' face was supposed to be red, but maybe I'm wrong.
I believe Pipes' face is actually supposed to be blue.
It's supposed to be like white or silver.
Oh, well, you know.
But whatever. Moving on to one of the other Combiner Wars figures, let's talk about Power Core Optimus Prime. And I use the first term for the name lightly because I'm not calling him that. If anything, I'll call this guy Nova or Nexus. Probably Nova.
Yeah, given the look of the color scheme, yeah, that's fucking Nova Prime.
Yeah.
A couple Decepticon logos on his shoulders and done deal.
Yeah. I like Nova Prime, but before we stray too far, I wanted to say about the buzzsaw, the Soundwave possibility. Can we please have a Decepticon G1 inspired combiner? Shockwave is right there. I would love to have a Combiner Wars Megatron that's a Voyager, or maybe even have Starscream as a Voyager and
What I
have...
personally like is a Seeker-based combiner.
Yeah, I would love to have a G1 inspired Decepticon combiner that's not, like we have Optimus and the Autobots. I want Megatron and the Decepticons as a combiner instead of Bruticus or...
And who knows, maybe they have that planned later on.
I would love that.
We don't know what's coming for spring. We don't know what's coming for later this fall or later this winter.
I want a Soundwave Combiner Wars figure that is not a leader. I want him to combine with somebody. For Christ's sakes, we have Cyclonus and Galvatronus. Give me Soundwave.
And we also need a whole bunch of sweeps. I want sweeps. I really want sweeps.
I'm still on the fence about buying Cyclonus. I may buy him, I may not. It just depends.
I recommend them. I really recommend them, but that's for you to decide.
I'm going on vacation in a little bit. Like, I'm leaving Saturday to go on vacation. And I usually get some pretty cool stuff when I go on vacation, so if I find him, I may pick him up.
Only time will tell, my friend, but seriously, as a Transformers addict here, I really recommend him. But again, that's for you to decide.
Yeah.
It's
And speaking of Cyclonus, there he is!
Yay!
if BC's allowed to talk, because he's a reviewer too, and he was actually at BotCon.
By all means, go ahead, dude.
We have a new person that joined.
I talked so much smack about Cyclonus, and I actually ended up getting him while I was at BotCon. I definitely recommend him. He's very nice. The Galvatronus head sculpt is what won me over with the whole figure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But he's not one I would say hunt him down.
And you know what? They could retool it into a Starscream, because the head of Galvatronus really looks like it would resemble the crown of Starscream.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
And 64 is a blind number. That means
Holy crap.
that Diet Cola is also Diet Pepsi. Genius!
Hey, look, it's Fanpage.
Welcome to the podcast, TFM Page 101. How you doing, dude?
This thing won't work right now, so I have to use my laptop camera.
You just caught us in the middle of talking about Combiner Wars, and we've been going on about this for quite a few minutes now.
Oh, well, I got a custom motor master made out of Lego.
Nice. We've almost been talking about Combiner Wars for about half an hour now, so...
I want the Bruticus! I want the Bruticus!
Yeah,
I want the Bruticus! I also want that kid's hat!
He looks he looks really good. I like how Hasbro managed to make the little Legends class Shockwave as the gun, which is really cool, and I like how they just decided to do that as a little throwback to the episode Revenge of Bruticus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's
If I recall correctly, and this is my nerd coming out here, I think it was episode 62 or 65.
Yeah. Bruticus, it was after Megatron banished Starscream and Bruticus. They crashed on Cybertron. Oh, what are the odds that they crashed on Cybertron? And Shockwave is like,
writing.
You know what's the unfortunate side to that, though? To that little Shockwave? You can't plug it into the regular 5mm port things, because I've seen the peg, and there's a little tab that also goes into that hole beside the 5mm hole.
Are you telling me it's got like the Optimus Prime type gun where it's got the little divots in it?
African American.
Dadgummit. I knew it.
Ben here.
Speaking of African American, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I want the topic to move on.
So.
Let me move on to the newest combiner, and this was actually introduced in the latest issue of Combiner Wars today, which is pretty awesome.
Really?
However, it was not this Optimus Prime.
It was the red one?
It was the first one. It was the actual first Optimus Prime.
Called it.
So
Why do you sound like you're creaming yourself when you say that? Hi. Oh.
So I guess in a way, you can pretty much use this Optimus Prime as a Nova Prime if you guys want to decide. And to those of you who actually saw the promo art or the promotional images for it, he does indeed come with 2 stickers, just like the original Optimus Prime does. In case anyone out there who has pretty much a Death the Kid syndrome.
I've said it before. I will say it again. Third party, make us a new head for this white Optimus so that it will be a different combiner head. Not the robot head.
They will.
The robot head's fine. The combiner head needs to be different because it just looks like the Optimus Prime combiner head.
Yeah.
Well, it is the Optimus Prime.
But the funny thing is, in the comic, he does have the white head as Optimus Maximus.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I need to start reading. I have all the comics from Wave 1 and Wave 2. I need to start reading. Are those Combiner Wars or are they something different?
Those are like Robots in Disguise and More Than Meets the Eye issues.
Okay.
So if you want to go to Combiner War, get Combiner Wars, go on Comixology or the Transformers comic app, or go to your local comic book store and pick them up, because the whole mini-series of Transformers Combiner Wars has officially ended, and they're going to be moving on to Combiner Hunters July 22nd.
Okay.
So get your comic books now. Go to whateverwebsite.com and order them today.
Just to be clear, I am not a sponsor for any of this, and all the images used in this video is not officially mine. These belong to TFW2005.com.
I need to go to Comixology. I need to download that app.
Yeah, you also need to download that app, ladies and gentlemen, because it's good for your soul, and Jesus will love you.
That's right, Bobby.
Be warned, they did actually change out the whole layout for that app.
The Transformers app or Comixology?
The Transformers comic app, they changed the whole layout to it, and I actually had really bad struggle trying to sign into my account. I thought I lost it again.
Let me tell you why Devastation doesn't have elbows, Bobby.
Well, you can't. You have to. Comixology split up with with IDW.
Yeah, I know. But I actually had to reset my password and everything. And luckily, I got the purchases back.
How did you do that?
I went on to I sent an email. I got an email sent to me to reset my password from the app to my Outlook.
Really?
Yeah, it was a pain. But
where's the Comixology app?
It should be on iTunes.
I don't see it.
Or the App Store, rather.
Oh my God, we are promoting it.
See, I've sideloaded iOS 9, so I don't know. Oh yeah, comics. There it is.
Master in robot mode. Yay!
By the way, iOS 9 is pretty awesome.
I didn't download that yet. I might need to. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, you have to have a developer's account to have it right now, but
But if you sign up today.
I'm promoting. I'm not a sponsor. I'm not getting copyrighted for any of this.
Yeah, iOS 9 is cool. They changed the font.
Oh wow. Anyway, to get back on subject, Ironhide. Like the G1 look with like the little yellow stripe. I thought that was really cool. I like how he's reused off of Off-Road so much. I really was hoping for a Ratchet to be done for this.
I like, if you look at the front bumper, they've changed it. Well, they haven't changed it. They've repainted it. It looks better, I think.
I think that if they are going to do Ratchet, it's going to be a repaint of First Aid. Even though ambulance into an ambulance, that's not really the best idea. That's how I feel it is. Because this alt mode is more directed to the movieverse.
Yeah.
The First Aid is more of a band. So.
Yeah. And I could see that happening too. Either off-road or the first aid. That I would be happy with. Well, pretty much, yeah. First aid mold is off-road's mold. So yeah, they'll definitely do the ratchet.
Did anyone else realize that all the characters involved with this combiner, it's pretty much like a Menasor remold altogether?
Yeah, Moquat was just saying that.
Oh. Well, you suck.
Next up,
Nerd.
Okay, Mirage using drag strips mold, phenomenal. This looks so good.
It's better than what I thought.
I want this repaint. That's all I have to say. I need to have
So good.
Oh, hi, Josh.
I'm just kind of letting everybody.
Some game.
If I try to say something, I'm like immediately interrupted, like shut down.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm so sorry.
Prowl looks really interesting. I'm really hoping a third-party toy company decides to make a little miniature, or not even a miniature, like a Legends class Prowl to turn into the head for the new upcoming Combiner Wars Devastator.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love to see that. Yeah.
But this looks really good. I really like how this turned out. I like the police.
I'm lightheaded.
The one thing I got to gripe about this though is that they just rotated the legs. They didn't even rotate the weight.
Yeah, I know. That was hilarious. I saw that.
It's like, way to promote your figures, Hasbro.
Somebody was rushing.
Somebody once told me
let's
the
go with
world is gonna run me. I ate the sharpest tool in the shed. I ate some macaroni and then some bologna. Then went on a Ferris ride. That was a bad idea.
Doodle-ding.
Now let's move on to Sunstreaker. I really think that they should have used Sideswipe for this.
Yeah.
No.
Oh well.
But and another thing that's really kind of bugging me is just that little splotch of red.
I don't know. I kind of like it. It breaks up all the yellow monotony.
That is a G1 color. Plus, also, this works better for Sunstreaker because of his weapon. His weapon actually looks like his G1 backpack. And there's actually a way to slide that to where it's flesh on the backpack.
Yeah, I actually figured that out in one of my reviews. It has in that picture, it's not put all the way in right. There's a groove that actually that gun slides onto and really just integrates beautifully. That's one of the main reasons I love that mold.
But take a look at that head sculpt.
I know.
It looks gorgeous. Okay, yeah, now that I look at, they
better
did,
in hand.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All four of these repaints are a lot better now that we get to see them. Because at first we all were kind of like, wait, what? When we got the little listings for them.
Yeah.
I should know because I was one of the people where even I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Let's close out of this.
I have a box of Legos.
Let's go on to the next, and
I'm just going to say I suspect that the next wave of kind of random figures like that, you know, like the Trailbreaker and Hound and whatnot, I have a feeling they will include Ratchet, Sideswipe. There were two other ones I wanted to say, but I can't remember what they are. But Ratchet and Sideswipe. Oh yeah, Blue Streak or Silver Streak, and someone else.
Or
I was Wind Charger and Jazz for the Masquerade effect.
Yeah, Hoist was it.
Moving on. Let's see if my camera or my computer decides to cooperate.
It will not.
No, it probably won't.
Oh no, it's Skynet! Skynet, no! Skynet, why?
There we go. Okay, so let's go down.
Skynet. I want those legends. I want all the legends. I don't care, you know, I even want that Wreck-Gar.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick that up too.
I probably.
Moving on. We already talked. Again, I just got to say, Hound looks absolutely spectacular.
I love Hound.
I like the the molding detail engineered in this guy. Like, there's so much going on. You have the part of the roll cage that, forms on his legs and his arms. You have, like, the headlights for the Jeep. And they actually still managed to do the G1 thing. That's really cool. I didn't notice that until now.
Did you see the waist with the lights down there?
Yeah, they still got it. Okay, so I can't really complain about this. He's technically is still the little Jeep we know, but he has a frown or a scowl.
Plus, he's green.
Yes, he's green.
He has more of a mixture of G1 and the movie. I feel like a lot of his proportions are movie-like. He's a little more buff. He's not fat by any means, definitely. Don't get me wrong. But I think his proportions are a little bit more beefy than G1, and that's probably inspired by the movie.
He lost that weight. Oh my God! Hound is Chris Pratt. He gained weight and he lost weight.
For me personally, I see this as like a more. I see this as more of Bulkhead. I really do. That's the star from Bulkhead, just like it did in the animated toy.
Yeah, Hound had that star in G1.
Yeah.
I never noticed it then. But anyway, it has more of a Bulkhead feel, so it would be interesting. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be customs done to this dude to make it look like Bulkhead, because he was also in the IDW comics. So it'd be interesting to see. I do like the new weapon. I do like the new weapon that Swindle and him come with. That's really cool.
I like Star Wars.
Smokescreen looks so good. I wish they could have found a way to integrate the whole double shoulder-mounted cannon aesthetic to the figure, but then that would also kind of compromise it because you got that giant hinge joint right there, and you only have like so much space to equip those cannons right by his neck.
Now, I will say the one thing that I hate about this toy. There is so much blue on his legs.
Yeah, I wish that those little vents were painted red.
Break it up with like some silver
or red
or something, like whatever. They need to break it up somehow.
Paint it yourself.
Repeat that again, dude. I couldn't hear you.
There is also the magic of painting it ourselves.
Yeah, that's
what? I never thought of that. How do you even go and do that? Can you show us? Can you teach us the ways of the Force?
The car looks gorgeous. It looks really good, but I kind of dislike this giant siren thing right here. They could have got rid of that for this toy in particular.
Yeah, well, you don't like them.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks good on?
I think the siren needs to go away, and I think they need to paint the headlights.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, definitely.
I can handle the legs, but the headlights. Oh God, like.
Woo!
This I like. This
here's
I like. This I like.
here's
This
where
I like. This I like.
Trailbreaker. Oh God! Thank God they got the name. I like the cannon hand. That's awesome. They actually managed to integrate that just like in Generation 1. The brawl looks really good. I love the head sculpt. It looks so good.
Oh.
O'Reilly.
Yes.
Can I go pee?
No.
Yes,
Just
I will
go.
do it because it's different, and different is good.
Let's go.
Yay!
The alt mode. This captures Trailbreaker essence altogether. They managed to do the rainbow like lines, and you have storage just like as well as for Ironhide.
There's
It
all
just
my comics.
looks really good.
Yay, I have all my comics. I found them all on the Comixology app.
Hunter,
Sorry.
moving on to your favorite, we go on to Wheeljack.
Oh, there he is. There's my boy.
Now, I gotta say right off the bat, this guy looks very, very impressive. I like what they definitely did with this whole chest piece to give him that windshield aesthetic. I think they should have painted that rather than have it a sheer white.
Yeah, and we still can't make any judgments on it because it is not done yet. These are just,
Pretty much test shots.
Exactly.
But,
Test shots or actual product images, I don't care. This looks awesome.
it really does. It looks really good. I still think they should have maybe found a way to get rid of the weapon, rather. I mean, yeah, it's a gun, but I mean, I know these are all pretty much Stunticons, but they could have found a way to like remove this whole bladed piece and have them just have the gun. But again, I'm not really complaining because, well, we had a Wheeljack with swords in Transformers Prime, so either way, I'm happy with this.
Is it up, dog?
What is up, dog?
Not funny now that you know. I want that Wheeljack. He's not my favorite. I actually prefer the Classics Generations version, honestly.
I think that's pretty much it for Combiner Wars. So let's move on to the next topic. Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015's new cartoon. Now, I'm not going to go into detail with each episode. I'm not going to do that. But I am definitely going to open up this little Tumblr page regarding all the episodes. 1 second. Loading. So this thing plays music for some reason. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know.
You are on a Google Hangout, so.
Yeah, let me turn off this real quick. So, regarding this Tumblr page, we have information regarding comics as well as the first season of Robots in Disguise, the Transformers Prime, Galvatron's Revenge updates, and the archive and everything. But let's mainly focus on Robots in Disguise Season 1. Let's talk about some of the episodes.
I have a quick question about comics first, please. Can I ask a question?
What's up?
Is Windblade the Combiner Wars? I'm seeing IDW Combiner Wars Windblade. 1, 3, and 5.
Yeah, part of the series.
Why is there only 1, 3, and 5?
Because the rest of the series kind of interjects with it, so you have to read like the first issue of Combiner Wars, then Windblade, then number 2, then so on. It's a weird thing. I learned that recently today because I had to go back to my comic book store and get the other 3 issues, including the new one. So
that's stupid. Do you see the Flash and the Arrow doing that? Nuh-uh, sister.
That's my laptop. You can blame that. Again, it's a Dell Latitude D630, so you can blame the old technology. But anyway.
Yay.
I didn't mention that, but okay.
Let's talk about the first season of Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015.
Wait, are all the episodes up?
Epilogue.
Every single episode for Season 1 is officially up. You can go to this link, this Tumblr page, and you can go watch all of them on DeviantArt. I mean, DeviantArt. Dailymotion. Why did I say DeviantArt?
Wow.
Dailymotion, or if you have uTorrent, you can download the torrent and actually watch them. Now, a quick warning, for me personally, the first 14 episodes did not download for uTorrent. So go to tfw2005.com, go to their boards, RID Talk, and then go to the episode list. They'll have the mega, I think it was mega download or something like that, up and available. But yes, all 26 episodes for the first season of Transformers Robots in Disguise have officially been up, because episodes 15 through 26 were not going to be aired in Australia, apparently.
Okay, so they do have the other episodes. I don't want spoilers.
Yeah, at this point I'm gonna have to go because I've only seen. I'm like right in the middle of episode 14 right now. So y'all can talk about it, and I will
I'm gonna switch back to my regular. So we don't really have to talk about that. Like,
damn! I was trying to type out the link so I could get it.
I actually probably have to go anyway. So.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right, man.
Not you, Brian. Brian, trying to get the link. I'll send it to you, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good, guys. So,
see if I can get this Inception screen to start. Okay.
I had a good time chatting, and I will see y'all later.
It's good to have you be a part of it, Lockbot, and also
Absolutely.
the lines for Sunstreaker and Prowl to you guys momentarily.
Oh, I just need Prowl from you. I'm going to stick with Sunstreaker for the first season. We just need you to replace Prowl.
Okay. I'll definitely do that. I had Kyle send me the line, so I'll definitely send that to you pretty soon.
Awesome, bro. All right, y'all have a good rest of the night.
All right, you too, dude. Sleep well.
Thanks, man.
Goodbye.
So long.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
Hi, Josh.
Okay, so All Hail Megatron 1000 should be joining us momentarily, but since we can't really talk about Robots in Disguise, let's move on to something else.
I can tell you this, it's a good series so far.
Oh, thank you.
Sit here and chat.
You guys think it'll be a good place to stop for now?
What?
And then maybe continue the series maybe later on this week or something?
Yeah. I'll be doing, I gotta refilm some, vlogs, that actually review each episode. I'm gonna review the whole season of, Robots in Disguise, the first season.
Definitely.
I reviewed episode 1 so far.
Let me see real quick. TDBIM. Wow, that actually looks like a tank. Opinions on the Beastars TV show. Opinions on the Beastars TV show. I personally like Beastars. I thought it was a different take on the whole Transformers series. And hey, Kyle finally joins us. Hey there, dude. How are you doing?
Oh, just dandy. Finally got it working. Hi.
Yeah, what happened?
What? No, it just kept sending me to like an empty chat, so that was fun.
That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well then.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Please talk
So
about
what we pretty much covered was we covered Transformers Devastation. We just actually finished covering Combiner
Nice.
Wars new figures for 2016, which is going to be a major bummer because I don't want to wait that long, and I'm pretty sure everyone else here doesn't want to wait that long either.
Oh, I love waiting.
I mean, why not wait tons and tons of time? It sounds like a blast.
Let me go back onto screen share because I know we talked about Devastation, but I wanted to show some of the pictures for coming out very soon because I didn't know I could screen share. Apparently, I did not know I could do it because I don't have a camera on this thing. So
Check this out. I made this out of Lego. It's a swan.
That's very cool. Okay, so first of all, let me lock this out. To everyone who's still watching, I apologize for the Inception screen.
Bong!
Okay, here we go. Transformers Devastation download, that's funny.
Bong!
Alright, so let's take a look at some of the upcoming images for the new game by Platinum Games, Transformers Devastation. To start out, let's go with, that is if it's a nice big broad... I suppose that works. Does it work? I don't think it works. It does not work, okay.
What is that?
Anyway, there's pretty much the cover of the game, but let's actually go on to actual gameplay photos of this because I think it's going to be very interesting. So as everyone can see, we have a very nice screenshot from Game Informer regarding Optimus Prime pretty much having a boss fight with Devastator, and I think the scale for Devastator and Optimus Prime is very, very appropriate. Because, I mean, Devastator, he's pretty much just a giant behemoth, I like the cell shading for this game. It looks really good. I can't wait to pick this up whenever it comes out. I can't wait to see what the DLC looks like when it comes out. I do have one thing to add, though. You guys have all seen the teaser trailer for it, right?
No.
No, you haven't seen the teaser trailer?
I know, right?
Yeah, that's odd. I would show it on here, but then again, I might get taken down for copyright. Next image is going to be this playing. Who's playing the Inception music?
Who do you think is playing it?
The next one we're looking at is a screenshot of the game where you see Optimus Prime, and over there in the far left corner is Sideswipe, who's also going to be a playable character, versing a whole bunch of Battle Charger-inspired Decepticons. Looking very
I want
similar.
those as toys.
Looking very similar to the character Runamuck from Generation 1. You get me copyrighted, I swear to God.
Oh no.
One name.
Let's see this. Nope. That's not a good image. Also, we're going to have another friend of ours going to be joining. If those of you who know that voice actor who is a voice actor, he's going to be part of my new Transformers.
That one does deserve the noise.
He's going to be part of my new upcoming Transformers stop motion series coming soon. Infinite Chaos. Stay tuned for that.
Wait, who?
Very soon. Let me send a link. Don't make a fool out of me.
You make a fool out of everybody.
Alright, that's enough. Let me send him a link. That is, once again, if my laptop wants to cooperate.
You won't get copyrighted. It's Google effects.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know they had the Inception music.
Oh, totally.
Oh.
Those things are fun to use.
What the? Wait, is he here?
What?
No?
No? Wait, did I send a message to someone else by mistake?
Maybe.
I don't know, someone got a Facebook message because I just sent something to that voice actor. Weird. So yeah, Transformers Devastation, it looked really good. The Combiner stuff looks really awesome. I really wish I could talk about Robots in Disguise, but I can't since not everyone has seen the whole freaking season.
Sorry, I didn't even know the rest of the episodes were on. I was too busy burning orphans.
Dear
That
Lord.
makes sense.
Hey!
Greetings,
everyone.
It's
Hi.
hi.
Come on, it's Starscream.
That's right, Michael. I am a voice actor, and don't you forget it.
John Bailey.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome if I could get him in here.
Yes, it's me, John Bailey.
No, he's more like John Bailey Jr.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh crap! It's that voice actor.
So, if I'm pretty sure since you missed out as well, we were talking about Combiner Wars, we were talking about Devastation. I was trying to talk about Robots in Disguise, but since you and I were the only ones who saw the whole first season, I can't really talk about it.
Yeah.
So.
Spoiler alert, they have Transformers!
Oh my god!
Spoiler alert! They turn into cars.
Spoiler alert. There's
No. Whole series ruined.
They're from another planet.
You ruined my childhood!
You can't watch it now.
Spoiler alert, their home planet is called Cybertron.
Rage quitting
Whoa!
now.
That's a tie-in to Wonder Woman!
Yeah, there's a crossover in the future.
She teams up with the Fems.
Next, you're gonna tell me Megatron is a Decepticon.
How did you know?
No, he's a gun!
Wait.
Something you may not also know.
I think I
Megatron
might
can
change the name of this.
well.
I might change it to Transformers Insanity Hour. And again, if I say Transformers Insanity, I'm pretty sure I'll get you copyright.
Yes.
Well, no, because you're using Insane Asylum. I can just say TF Insanity Hour.
We're all crazy.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Settle down!
Because
Settle down!
these kind of things tend to get random, so it's only, you know. But,
It's time for the insanity!
Yes.
But since we've pretty much been going on for about an hour and 10 minutes at least, I think this may be a good place to stop. We can have a little after chat afterwards. So I want to thank everyone for tuning into my first ever Transformers-based podcast. I want to thank Brian here for giving me the name for the said Transformers broadcast. I want to thank everyone who took the time to join me here for the podcast, even though some came late, but, you know, no big deal. There's always other opportunities.
I was here from the get-go. What are you talking about?
I was here since birth.
I was here spiritually.
I exist in all planes of reality simultaneously, so
I am everywhere.
And, I think that's pretty much it for this this episode of TF Thought Corner, or soon to be called Transformers Insanity Hour. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. I've been the Transformers Addict. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook, Transformers Addict 1024. And I think that's pretty much it. So, Transformers Addict 1024 saying, remember. I do my outro.
No.
I feel like I'm on a game show.
You are on one.
No more. No more. Let me do my outro.
Game?
Since
Let me do my
when?
outro. I have to redo this whole thing.
You want to play a game? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard Spock.
So to redo my outro, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to join me here today for my very first podcast. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. So if you like this video, like this live stream, hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Follow for the Transformers Addict. And I think that's pretty much it. So I have been the Transformers Addict with company Mikeytron 300, Lockbot CRM, All Hail Megatron 1000, DFN Page 101, BC.
The best one!
BC, aka Bionicle Combiners, and that voice actor. And remember, I recommend so you can decide. This is the Transformers Addict 1024 with company, signing out. Peace, guys.
Goodbye.